I don't know where to start. When do I really get my lawyer involved?
Good place to start is if you're talking to a realtor, you should be speaking with an attorney. Because as soon as you find a property that you really want to make a deposit on, you need an attorney to be looking at the sale agreement and guiding you through the process of formal transfer. So that's a good time to start. But if it is that you're really thinking about mortgage finance transactions, you really need to start with an attorney even before you identify the property, just to set up yourself to be looked at favorably by a bank.
So we're at the Montego Bay Convention Center, right? And we're here with Miss
Cavelle Johnston.
Guys, you notice that I didn't try to say her last name because Johnston.
Special. We have
Special. All right, guys. So, Miss Cavelle, do you want to introduce yourself? Say what you do.
Oh, certainly. Yes, I'm an attorney at law. I'm the proprietor of the law office of Cavelle Johnston. We've decided that we've bought into the 2030 vision to make Jamaica the place to live, work, raise families, and do business. And we want to just translate that for the diaspora, what it means to do business here.
Amen to that. It can happen here. It should happen here. We don't have to go overseas to get it. Hit the right, yes, sir. All right, guys.
If you go overseas, you're welcome to come back.
Yeah. So, we're asking two questions, right? First question is, if somebody is returning to Jamaica, right? They're looking to buy land. What justifies them needing a lawyer?
Oh, certainly. I use the old saying that he who has the title should never have the money. And so the purpose, one of the main functions of your lawyer is to walk you through, hold your hand to the process of turning over your hard-earned money in exchange for good title to whatever it is that you've been looking at and want to purchase. But we can break that down a little bit more. It's ensuring that you've done your due diligence. We hold your hand through that, getting a surveyor's ID report to see if there are any breaches or boundary issues, to ensure that you've got the right value or a competent value, that when you go to the bank, if you're using mortgage financing, the bank will say, okay, I will lend you the balance of the purchase price if you've already paid your deposit. So you really want to make sure that you get the lawyer in early to say, I've identified something and this is what I want to purchase. Also, if it's going to be a mortgaged finance transaction, you really want to make sure that you put yourself in a position to be looked at favorably by your bank. And so if your money is overseas, then you want to have an account and you bring that in and show that it's from a legitimate source. So an attorney kind of helps you with that transition. You also want to think of if it's cash financed, that you've got your money in a way that you can get to the conclusion of a sale, because every sale has a timeline. So you don't want to have a hold up while you are trying to get your funds ready to make a 90-day or a 60-day turnaround for a cash purchase.
Okay. I mean, we said two questions, guys. I just a thief a little one more in it. I hope you don't mind. Approaching a lawyer can be a little bit daunting, right? From a layman's perspective, right? At what point should I really reach out to my lawyer within the process? Because I'm overseas, I'm looking to start buying. I don't know where to start. When do I really get my lawyer involved? Is it when I'm just about to buy, or is it even way before that? At what point?
Practically speaking, a good place to start is if you're talking to a realtor, you should be speaking with an attorney. Because as soon as you find a property that you really want to make a deposit on, you need an attorney to be looking at the sale agreement and guiding you through the process of formal transfer. So that's a good time to start. But if it is that you're really thinking about mortgage finance transactions, you really need to start with an attorney even before you identify the property, just to set up yourself to be looked at favorably by a bank. I was speaking with one of my diaspora clients, and she says, "Oh, I can just walk into any bank because I've kept my credit in order." And I said, "Well, it's a little different here because you want to be able to get a suitable undertaking for the balance of the purchase price. So a locally based bank has to believe in you, and on that basis, they will get the title for the property from the vendor, and they will register their mortgage at the same time the transfer to you is being registered. So if you're thinking that you can use overseas financing, the vendor may say that's not a suitable undertaking because they can't really vouch for a foreign bank to give the title over to them to endorse the mortgage and endorse the transfer. So you really want to start thinking whether it's a building society, whether it's a credit union, whether it's a regular bank. You want to approach them depositing sums routinely, or if it is that you hadn't been already depositing the sums routinely, then show proof of where you got the financing from a proper source, and bring those funds in as a lump sum so that transaction can be done in a timely manner.
Nice. All right, so the next question is this. What's that one advice that you would give a returning resident from a lawyer's perspective, right? I like that when returning back to Jamaica, right?
Two things. In many ways, you're only as good as the team you assemble to execute your vision. So if you're listening to this podcast or you're here at the conference, it means you've got a passion for Jamaica, a heart for Jamaica, you want to do business in Jamaica, or you're trying to tidy up some sort of affairs, whether on your behalf or aging parents, grandparents. You really want to involve a lawyer as soon as possible. You already should have just general counsel that you can talk with and have a conversation with, because there are lawyers who are like that. But strategically, you want to say, okay, do I need a power of attorney? Do I need a guardianship application for aging parents? Do I need to transfer property to myself as a gift? Meaning your parents want to give you something. They don't want to wait until they pass to leave it in a will. And maybe they need a guardianship application because they're elderly, so they can't now make decisions to dispose of property. You definitely need an attorney. And you may be thinking to do business in Jamaica and incorporate local and overseas talent. And that will raise some human resource issues that can be resolved by a work permit, by employment agreements, whether work for hire or independent contractors. Those are some of the things that you deal with early. I call it practicing preventive medicine. Getting your house in order and getting it right the first time.
All right, so there's one last question. How can I find you?
Oh, jeez, I love that. We're in Kingston, the law office of Cavelle Johnston. We're at 6 Eastern Avenue. I like to say that's behind the AC Hotel. So it's you can locate me there. My email is consult@Cavelle Johnston Law. CavelleJohnston Law.
I love her last name.
So consult@CavellJohnstonLaw.com.
Okay, nice. And guys, feel free to reach out to her. She has a very bubbly personality, I must say. Right? From the short period of time we're here, she has a nice personality. So you will enjoy the conversations with her. Right?
This has been a pleasure.
Same here.
Happy to do more. Awesome.
Thanks for coming. All right,
Thanks for your time.
Guys. It's another interview. We have a lot more to come. Stay tuned.